It's really creaky when you want some good sleep.
Oh, it sounded like I was gonna say sex. Hey y'all, I'm Kat.
And I'm Ian.
And today we're gonna talk about the 5 things we wish we could change on our truck camper. Let's do it. One of the main things that we wish we could change are our foam pads that we sleep on. We made these from scratch. We went and bought plain foam from the foam store, and we bought outdoor fabric to cover them. But we wish that we had done a thicker foam than we originally decided on. The foam pads we have right now are 2 inches, and we wish that we would have done at least 3 or 4 just for that extra bit of comfort. Right now it's fine the way it is, but if you kind of wanted a little more cozy nights where your shoulders and where your hips are not digging into the wood, an extra inch or 2 probably would help.
Second thing that we'd love to change about this setup is our ventilation situation. So we have one side of our camper shell that the window pushes back and there's a screen in there, but our other side is missing that same screen. So that's on our to get list. And so we can't really catch a cross breeze. What we did kind of improvise over the summer on our first big long road trip was we got a fan that we clipped to the side of the window that was able to blow some air in during the night, and we hooked it up to a little USB battery pack, and that actually did way better than I feel like we thought was going to happen. But it was kind of bulky, clunky. It would come unclipped. We had to make sure that we charged that battery every time we were driving, and so it definitely was not our ideal situation.
Yep. So the third thing is just cosmetic. It doesn't really have to do with how the drawer system functions, but when we first were building the drawer system, we used some screws that were a little bit too long and stuck out from the bottom. And so when we pull our full drawer system out, it just has a few scratches that are really just not awesome to look at.
Yeah. Side note, I have gone in and clipped the bottom of those screws, so we're not like in danger of wrecking any gear that we throw in there or any of that kind of situation. But we did realize after we kind of tore up that drawer that there was something sticking out somewhere back in there, and so anyways, we had to remedy that one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Fourth on the list here is our rear window. So the way that this is designed, when it swings open here, if you can kind of see, it's a little bit tapered back and it comes in near the top of the window and the top of the camper shell. And what that means is if it's wet out or raining and you open this, any water that's on this glass will actually drain back. And unfortunately, there's a gap here near the hinge, and so it can drip inside of the camper shell. I think it's kind of a poor engineered design there, but it seems to be just the status quo for all camper shells. So we kind of have that situation. Most of the time it's not a problem. It's just if we have to get into the back and it happens to be raining or this happens to be wet out. What we did have that really helped us in our road trip this summer was we bought this cool thing. It's called a Slumberjack. But it's kind of like a tarp canopy situation that attaches behind the window up near the rack, and it straps into our rear wheel wells and then goes out, and so it kind of covers the whole back end of the truck bed, which is really handy. So if it were to rain in any of those circumstances, we can actually get in and out. It's pretty cool because it even has screens that drop down around the sides, so we don't have to worry about the bug situation. So it felt like it extended this back end significantly and made it really comfortable, but it doesn't help if you have to get into the back without that setup and it's already raining.
Then the last thing is squeaky. And our final thing is dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. It's a movie!
Okay.
Dinosaurs, go.
You added dinosaurs coming in. It is our creaky bed. So the left side of our bed is a little more creaky than we would like because the wooden panels that we put there are removable, and that the difference between that and the other side is drilled in, so there's just not any play like there is on the left side. So this is the part of our truck bed that is for the bike drawer. So we need to have that versatility so that we can put bikes in and we can sleep on top when we're both trying to sleep in here. So whoever's sleeping on that side actually makes a little more noise every time they roll over, and the other person hears it every time and wakes up. So the squeakiness is just not ideal if you are trying to have some good sleep and your partner's rolling around every 5 minutes like we do when we sleep when we're camping. And it's so loud. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's good.
It's really creaky when you want some good sleep.
Oh, it sounded like I was going to say sex.
With that, smash that subscribe button. We'll bring you some more content. Hit like, and we'll see if we can get you guys up to speed with what we're doing here.
Bye. And the last thing we really wish we could change about...
This is not the last thing.
It is.
Oh, it
Tells me not to stop and it wants me.
is. Immediately.
No!
No! Go.
Cry.
Sorry, I've been trying to do
It's
the
last
hands.
thing.
Trying to do the hands. Go. You don't want that.
I
You
did.
don't. It's a don't.
Is it dome? I like doubles more than regular. That's not bad. It's still as hoppy as a regular IPA.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. All right.
Tart to the heart.